and welcome to a new episode of Soccer Examiner. I'm Victor, and today I'll be predicting the next three games that are coming up, which would be the Algeria versus Slovenia, Serbia versus Ghana, and lastly Germany versus Australia. Now, unfortunately, I will not be able to see at least half of the game for the Algeria versus Slovenia, and I will not be able to see half of the game of Germany versus Australia, which I honestly am little bit disappointed, but what can you do? Things happen. So my analysis for those games will probably be poor, to say the least. Anyways, starting with my predictions, uh, Algeria versus Slovenia. I don't know much about any of the other teams. I believe Slovenia has just recently come off a victory in a friendly. I think it was against New Zealand, a 1-0 game or a 2-0 game. They don't how much I would look on that. New Zealand, like I said, no offense to the team, but it isn't really competitive, to my opinion. As for Algeria, I believe they have been losing. I'm not sure if you guys know anything. Please comment. I'd like to know about it. For this game, I just feel that these teams will probably be pretty even. I have a 2-2 draw here. It'll be a really dynamic game. A lot of back and forth from these lesser-known teams, but it should be a pretty interesting match to watch still. Yeah, I mean, Algeria, I'm assuming, will probably depend on its speed and flank play as well. Slovenia will probably look for centers and like quick passes for their game. Next match I have is the Ghana versus Serbia game. Now, there's a lot of hype about Serbia. They've had a great qualifying term. I believe they were first in their group. I can't really remember about that. But I would like to remind everyone that the same hype was put on Serbia and Montenegro. You know, they were supposedly known to not let in a lot of goals. So maybe, this will haunt Serbia again, especially since I believe in the '06 tournament, the Serbian Montenegro team was actually made of mostly Serbians. So the results may be similar, but saying that Serbia does have quality players. I believe they got Sigic that plays in La Liga, I believe, with Valencia. I'm also interested to see how Subotic does. Obviously, as an American, I want to see what he brings to the Serbian team. I've heard that a lot of people don't in Serbia don't like him. He's inconsistent with his defense jobs, lacking in confidence, or I don't know what it is, but we'll see if he even plays this game. Um, as for Ghana, I mean, African teams, have shown that they're not around, just give free points. They come here to play, and they've made it difficult for anyone that has faced them. If you don't believe me, you can ask Javier Aguirre in Mexico, and Diego Maradona from Argentina. I mean, those games have been pretty close. A lot of physicality from African teams, obviously, but that's what you can expect. Africans are very athletic, and they'll beat you with their speed. So I believe Ghana will actually win Serbia 3-1. What can I say? Ghana. I'm trying to remember any Ghanaian players. I'm not sure. Is Michael Essien playing? Is he from Ghana? I don't remember, honestly. So yeah, I say Ghana wins 3-1. Uh, Next game would probably be the Germany versus Australia game, and this is the game I actually wanted to see. Um, Germany are clearly, well, not clearly favorites, but they're up there. I don't have them as favorites, honestly. They're bringing in a young team, and that has been been a lot of discussion about that, of the fact that this team is just full of youth. Many people see it as a bad thing, but obviously the coach of Germany, I believe his last name is Low, or it sounds Asian, but I believe he's German, has said that that'll probably benefit the team. The fact that, they'll have a lot of energy coming out of the field. But I believe the inexperience will probably be Germany's downfall. Or not downfall, but it'll not enable them to play the certain style that we all know from Germany. I believe Germany will win. It will be a close match, though. A lot of people don't give the Aussies or the Socceroos enough credit, but I've seen what they can do. Don't underestimate them. You'd be surprised what happens when you do. I mean, Japan was surprised in '06 when, they were winning 1-0 and they eventually lost 3-1. Brazil was probably amazed as well. I saw that game when it was a 0-0 draw, until, obviously, uh, creative illnesses from Brazil, the individual work that Brazil does manage them to get the 2 goals. And obviously the Croatia game they had, which was an 0-0 tie or a 1-1 tie. It was just a tie that made Australia qualify for the next round. So yeah, and Italy almost got surprised, with Australia. Had they not got that penalty kick in like the 90th minute, which I disagree with. I believe that wasn't a penalty kick. But that was 4 years ago. You can't do anything about it. So I have Australia losing 2-3. I believe Germany will win this just on youth itself. Like I said before, I believe Germany will pass the group. But in the end, the inexperience will be the thing that undoes the German squad. So that's all I have for today. Please comment on any predictions you may have, whether you disagree with me or agree with me. Oh, and I forgot to mention the key players, my bad. For Slovenia and Algeria, I have none right now. I haven't seen much of the team, so I can't really say who will be the dynamic player for that game. As for Serbia and Ghana, I would probably say Zigic for Serbia. And Stankovic, actually. Stankovic, an Inter player. I have, a soft spot for Inter players. So I believe Stankovic will be a key player in the defensive part of the field, actually. He'll be able to break attacks from the Ghana squad. And for Ghana, I guess Michael Essien, I'm not sure if he's playing or if he's one of the injured people that will miss the cup. I believe he's injured, but I'm not sure about that. As for that, think I don't know anyone else after that, honestly. And then for the last game, the Germany versus Australia. For Australia, I probably think Schwarzer, the goalkeeper, will be big in this game, just because he'll have to take on the Germany attack with Podolski, and Klose if he plays. Or possibly it could be Tim Cahill. I mean, he's pretty good there too in the middle part of the field. And as for Germany, let's see, who can I say about Germany? Philip Lahm in the defense. I think he'll be big. I like I said before, I'm a Bayern fan, so I also have a soft spot for Lahm. I loved his work in the '06 World Cup. I mean, not many people knew him back then. I knew him, and I actually had him on my fantasy game, and he ended up being a big surprise for me that he did so well, and I believe he will continue doing well for Germany. If not, then you got Schweinsteiger in the midfield. He's pretty beast too. Expect a lot of flank play from him and a lot of great services, and hopefully Podolski will play. I'm not sure if he will. I'm not sure if he will play, but if he does, he should also be a good player. I mean, he was named best youth player last World Cup, so hopefully he still has that same form that he had in '06. So that's all for today. Please put in your predictions. Anything else you want to ask me, I'll try to do my best to see the next games coming up. But other than that, enjoy it. I mean, I'm gonna enjoy it. Still a couple more days. I mean, 1 month full of soccer. I mean, what else can you ask for? Bye.